For your task today, you're going to create a live cross. So what is a live cross? A live cross is when the host in the studio will announce the reporter, who is usually obviously outside of the studio, and they're what we call on site. So they're at a certain location and they're asking the reporter to give them the latest on the news. So if you're not sure what a live cross looks like, go back and rewatch one of the two examples of news reports to have a look what a live cross looks like. So you're going to create a live cross, and this is your setting. The AFL Grand Final is coming, and it is usually held in Melbourne, but due to the current situation, it needs to be held in a different state. So your task is to create a biased live cross to subtly persuade your viewers that the state of your choice should host the 2020 AFL Grand Final. So your live cross is going to be just about one state, and you're going to present facts and quotes that are going to suggest why this state is the right choice. However, your job is not to be persuasive. Your job is to still present the facts, but because you've only chosen one state to focus on, we call this bias by omission. So you're actually leaving all the other options out of the way. You're leaving all the other views and perspectives, and you're focusing on just one. So the three states that are currently fighting for the AFL Grand Final are Queensland, Western Australia, and South Australia. So your live cross is only going to be about 20 seconds, which is not long at all. This is because this session or this week, we are actually focusing on the skill of using iMovie to create a live cross. It's not so much about what is said in the live cross, it's more about your ability to use iMovie effectively, which is why it's such a short live cross to start with. So, if you don't have any ideas on why one of these states should host the AFL Grand Final, I've got some ideas for you that you can use. So if you choose Queensland, something you can say in your live cross is most of the AFL games this season have taken place in Queensland, and because of this, officials are predicting that this location will attract the biggest crowd. Now, that on its own, it's not 20 seconds, so you might need to add a couple of more sentences, okay? Then if you choose South Australia, we can talk about the fact that South Australia has had the least amount of COVID cases, and this suggests that it is the safest. And this is not an opinion because it's a fact. If they haven't had many COVID cases, then obviously they are the safest. Again, you will need to add a few more extras in there to make up the 20-second time. And 3, if you choose Western Australia, you can talk about the fact that Western Australia has the newest stadium of the 3 states. It's very modern. It has very modern features, and it can sit up to 60,000 people. Again, on its own, this is not enough. It's just to get you thinking and to get you started. You're going to need to add 1 or 2 extra sentences to make up the 20-second time. Once you write this transcript, it's really important that you edit and revise. You think about your language. Is it formal? And how about your punctuation? Have you included the punctuation? Where are you going to stop? Where are you going to pause? And that is all that you're going to have to think about for this task. I also recommend that once you have written up a draft, you actually read it out loud and you record yourself and see how long that takes you in case you need to make some adjustments to your writing.